Hello everyone, Prince Andrew, once celebrated as the dashing spare of the British royal family and a war hero with a decorated military record, now stands as one of the most disgraced figures in modern royal history. And with devastating new details continuing to surface. His reputation, his family relationships, and even the monarchy's standing with the public are under greater strain than ever before. Because what began as whispers about questionable friendships and reckless behaviour has turned into a decades-long saga of entitlement, scandal, and denial that refuses to fade away. And the more that comes to light, the clearer it becomes that Andrew's downfall was not simply a one-off mistake, but the result of years of unchecked arrogance and a belief that his royal status would shield him from accountability. And the most damaging piece of this puzzle remains his close association with Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender whose powerful network included politicians, billionaires, and celebrities. Yet, it was Andrew's name and face that became one of the most infamous links to Epstein after photographs emerged, testimonies were shared, and accusations from Virginia Giuffre painted the Duke of York not just as an acquaintance of Epstein, but as an active participant in one of the most chilling scandals of modern times. And while Andrew has always denied wrongdoing, insisting he never met Giuffre and bizarrely claiming he was at a Pizza Express with his daughter on the night in question, the infamous 2019 BBC Newsnight interview became a turning point, as his bizarre explanations, such as claiming he could not sweat due to a war injury, were met with disbelief, ridicule, and outrage around the world, turning what might have been an attempt to clear his name into one of the most disastrous interviews in media history. And from that point forward, the walls around him began to collapse, as Queen Elizabeth II was forced to strip him of his military titles and royal duties. The public turned against him almost unanimously, and charities and organisations rushed to cut ties with him. And while a financial settlement with Giuffre in 2022 was meant to put an end to the scandal, it instead fueled more speculation, with many questioning where the money came from, how much the late Queen had to contribute to make the matter go away, and whether this was truly the last of Andrew's secrets. And now, with new revelations surfacing from royal insiders, former aides, and legal experts, it has become clear that the settlement only addressed one part of a much larger story, because behind closed doors, Andrew's life was reportedly a whirlwind of financial irresponsibility, extravagant spending, and reliance on dubious benefactors, from shady loans to questionable business connections that embarrassed Buckingham Palace and raised concerns about the security of the monarchy itself. And these financial entanglements, combined with years of rumours about his temper, his arrogance, and his disregard for protocol, painted the picture of a man spiralling long before the Epstein scandal blew open. And insiders now suggest that Andrew was warned repeatedly by palace advisors, by Prince Charles, now King Charles III, and even by Queen Elizabeth herself, that his friendships and lifestyle choices were putting the crown at risk. But he refused to listen, convinced that his royal status would protect him. And this stubbornness has only made the fallout worse. Because as the monarchy seeks to modernise under King Charles, Andrew remains a festering wound, one that the palace would prefer to keep hidden but cannot, as the public continues to demand transparency and accountability. And while Andrew is now rarely seen in public life, stripped of all official duties and forced into isolation at Royal Lodge, the new details suggest he has not accepted this fate quietly, with reports describing him as bitter, combative, and delusional about the possibility of one day returning to public life. A dream that seems increasingly impossible given the sheer weight of his scandals, and all of this has left him a deeply isolated figure, estranged from the public, scrutinised by the press, and reportedly even a source of tension within his own family, with King Charles determined to sideline him permanently, while Prince William sees him as a threat to the monarchy's fragile reputation. And yet, despite being stripped of so much, Andrew remains a duke, remains a royal by birth, and remains a lingering reminder that the monarchy cannot fully distance itself from him, no matter how much it tries. And this is what makes these devastating new details so significant, because they don't just tarnish Andrew, they tarnish the institution
when
he
public
represents.
trust
Trust in the monarchy is already fragile following the death of Queen Elizabeth and ongoing controversies surrounding King Charles and Prince Harry. And in the end, Prince Andrew's story has become a cautionary tale of unchecked privilege, poor judgment, and a refusal to take responsibility. And with each new revelation, his legacy grows darker, ensuring that when history looks back on the House of Windsor, his name will not be remembered for his military service or his royal lineage, but for the scandals that shook the monarchy to its core, a devastating chapter that continues to unfold and cast a long shadow over the future of the British royal family. Thanks for watching.